In a land where the echoes of gunfire have long faded, where the soil still weeps with the blood of its children, the memory of a war fought for survival lingers like a shadow. This is the story of Biafra. But to understand the end, we must go back to where it all began.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own.
It was a time of hope and renewal. Nigeria, fresh from the shackles of colonial rule, was a nation eager to forge its own destiny. But beneath the surface of unity, cracks began to form. The British had drawn borders without understanding the people within them. 3 regions, 3 cultures, 3 visions for the future. In the north, the House of Fulani sought to maintain their conservative way of life. In the west, the Yoruba were ambitious, eager to harness the power of their growing economy. And in the east, the Igbo thrived in trade, education, and innovation, yearning for more than just a place in the nation. They wanted a voice. But in 1966, that fragile balance was shattered. A coup, led by young military officers, mostly from the eastern region, sought to end the corruption and nepotism of the political elite. It was supposed to be the dawn of a new era. Instead, it unleashed a storm. The coup was seen by many in the north as an Igbo plot to dominate the country. And so, a counter-coup followed, led by northern officers. The cycle of violence had begun, and it was the Igbo people who paid the price. In cities like Kano and Kaduna, Igbo homes were set ablaze, and thousands were massacred in the streets. Fear spread like wildfire as the once vibrant communities were reduced to ashes. As the violence escalated, the eastern region, led by Lieutenant Colonel Odumogu Ojukwu, made a fateful decision. The Igbo could no longer trust in a united Nigeria. The only way to survive was to separate. On May 30, 1967, the eastern region declared its independence, christening itself the Republic of Biafra. For the Igbo people, this was not just about geography, it was about survival, dignity, and the right to exist. But declaring independence was only the beginning. The Nigerian government, led by General Yakubu Gowon, refused to let Biafra go without a fight. And so, the stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of Nigeria. The Biafran people, outnumbered and outgunned, braced themselves for the onslaught to come. They knew the odds were against them, but for them, it was a fight for survival.
If civil war comes, and I do think it is imminent, you're quite right. It will for us be the price of freedom. Our people here have for a long time been prepared for this eventuality, and I am confident of their readiness. I think that when it does come, that the people on the other side would be surprised as to what they're going to get. And I'm confident that it will not last long.
On July 6, 1967, the Nigerian army launched its first offensive. The Biafra War had begun. For 3 long years, the conflict would rage on, a war of attrition, of hunger, of despair. The world watched as a nation tore itself apart, and the story of Biafra would become one of the most tragic chapters in African history. But this war was not just about bullets and bombs. It was about identity, about who the Igbo people were, and what they were willing to sacrifice to secure their future. And that story, The story of Biafra is one that echoes even today.